got one question for you. Are you ready?
What's up?
What is going on, everybody? We are out and about tonight, so I'm going to let James do a lot of talking because I can show you the kid is going to an orchestra concert tonight, so we're really excited, though, however, to have this amazing band, People Food.
People Food.
That's right, People
Out of Philly. Another Pennsylvania band. Once again, another Pennsylvania band that's been crushing it with all the other stuff, all the other bands that we've had on from Pennsylvania as well. So we welcome you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Honored to be here and honored to be part of the PA music scene, I guess. Lots of stuff's happening.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah, how are you doing, Andy? What's going on?
You know, I am off to orchestra concert. I have been, this week was really good. It just seems like I just getting so busy because I have so much going on. Went to a wrestling concert or wrestling night all Saturday, but things are good, man. Things are good. It's hot still, and I am not in a hurricane pass. I guess I could be happy for that one.
us Floridians are. Russ is in there asking me already if I'm ready for the rain. So yeah, I'm not ready. I mean, I'm ready for the rain. I'm not too worried, but it's gonna get crazy. I know that. But
not jealous.
yeah. How are you guys doing? We got Nick and Chris, right?
Yeah, Nick, Chris.
How are you guys doing?
Good. We're probably gonna get some of the rain from the rain.
Yeah.
So that'll be a fun little storm for us. Because anytime there's a big hurricane that sweeps by, we always just get kind of heavy rain.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous, but I'm looking forward to it. Stormy days again.
Right. I'm just waiting for it to cool down here. It needs I'm waiting for the fall weather here. It's been hot and rainy. Not cool at all.
It's just starting to get cold here, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get to a little bit of the dessert segment. We usually kind of ask the band if they have dessert or whatnot. If you don't, you can talk about whatever your favorite foods or favorite desserts are. So if you want to, guys, we can go ahead first, and then we'll kind of showcase what we have a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Funny enough, one of my favorite desserts in the entire world is it's really simple, but I really love cosmic brownies.
There you go. Yeah.
There is just something about them. I shouldn't, but I could. Just you got this chocolate fudge brownie, and you have all these little, I don't even know what the little dots are, but I'm going to
They're like chocolate, that little chocolate dots, I think.
I love how much it is.
Right.
There's something to because it tastes like a little synthetic. If they taste like a very mass-produced processed brownie, but it's what gives it its charm. And there's something about that I think makes it, I don't know if it's the nostalgia or what we're used to, but
those are the Little Debbie ones, right? I think they're Little Debbie or something like that.
Yeah, I think
something like that. Yeah.
They're always in that section.
Yeah. Pretty. Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about, and nothing really ever gets me a fresh baked. I bought some cookie dough the other day in the fridge. I might make it out of the after this now that we're talking about it so much. Or I just eat the cookie dough. Really, if I'm being honest on a practical, what my favorite dessert is based on how often I eat it, it's raw cookie.
It's what?
It's raw cookie dough.
Okay.
It's It's just the best. I don't know. Best
You know, it says like don't eat raw cookie dough. You can't help it. It's like you get the stomach ache and deal with the other stuff later, but you can literally eat a whole bowl of cookie dough and like
Yeah. And plus, like the Nestle, whatever it is, the major brand, they make them safe now for the most part.
Yeah.
Because they know you're gonna. They're not trying to give everything safe.
yeah, there's some that they make like you can eat safely without having to do all that.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Well, I was like,
Yeah, that's legit.
before there, they do make just like edible cookie dough.
Yeah,
And also in like 7-Eleven, you can get like just like a cup. And you can bake them if you want, but you're not gonna bake them. You can
Right.
You feel sick because they're so rich and sweet, but it would work.
pretty much.
But,
Yeah, I've seen like the ones that you can eat like on the go kind of thing or whatever.
yeah, good. I don't even get too into other foods, but I've always in general been more of like a savory guy for sure.
Yeah.
I think usually I would even like if on my favorite chicken or whatever, or just chicken tenders, or like something like a meaty snack, you know.
Right.
You're like, I just have a small pellet. I'll just eat a pound of cheese. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have more dinner for dessert.
I have the taste palette of adults. Because I used to we both used to work at Petco, and there's lots of opportunity to try lots of dog treats, and so many of the just like meaty jerky ones, they're delicious. I love them. And I would eat like stuff out of the like snack bar all the time.
What do you got, Andy?
I just have a smoothie. I have nothing to show though. I've been still doing the healthy stuff, still trying to, do that stuff. So it's been good. It's been good. I mean, my diet. I think I don't know how. I'm still on the. I don't want to weigh myself part because I'm still, because that kind of is anti-inspiring when you see that you're not losing as much weight as you want to lose.
Right.
But I do think that I've seen inches and I fit into I'm loose in the pants.
Hell yeah.
That's a good sign right there.
And so, yeah, I mean, I feel so much better. And so going to the gym is just part of it, but a lot of it has to do with the food you're consuming. So I'm doing a lot of high protein, stuff to make sure that I keep on this journey. And, I turned in like a week, 2 weeks, I turned the big 49. So I'm still 40, but I have a year before I'm half a century old, and I got to keep this body going for a little bit longer.
No, you got it. Well, I would have guessed you were that old, so you're doing something right, I guess, right?
Yeah, well.
I don't want to say that old as implying that that's very old. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't guess he was 49, though. You wouldn't guess he was that old.
No, I thought you were like 33.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
33.
33.
Yep. You look 33, not 49.
That's right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wish, this is the sad thing is that there's people who tell me, you look so young for your age. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not. I got grandkids. I have like 10 grandkids, and it's like I'm a full-time. Yeah.
I was waiting for that to come out. It'd be like, what? 10 grandkids?
Yeah, I
Lord.
do. I have 10 grandkids, and well, some of them are step grandkids, I guess. I don't know. He got married into 3 kids, so. But my kids we started early in life, and then so I have a 30-year-old, and he has 2 kids, and then I have another one that has 5, and another one that has 1, and so fun. But I'll tell you, the diet is going really well, and I'm really, this berry mix that I keep doing has been really good. I did buy Greek yogurt this last week.
Yeah, I use
so. Yeah, that's made a huge difference on not using like whey protein, because that's what I was doing, and that just leaves my stomach really hurting. So the Greek yogurt actually has been really good. So I've been happy that that's been, and I've been taking good supplements. So yeah, actually, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Burden of Guilt, who's also another Pennsylvania band, he's a weight trainer. So I've been keeping tabs with him, and he's been giving me
nice.
right supplement suggestions. So yeah, it's been really good. So even though, past guests, we always keep in touch and always trying to, hey, this is what's going on. So of course we right at this point we bow down to the man, the myth, the legend. It's the chef. He's come in from a long way away. He's coming in from Hurricane Land.
Right, Hurricane Land. Actually,
to make it
I kept it simple. This came out of a box because I couldn't get to the store because really the store is kind of closed early today, and I'm off work for a week, so I'm not at work. So I kind of just went in the pantry and see, hey, what do I got? So went with the pound cake. I made it into kind of like a butt cake style, and did like an orange, like frosting, orange cream frosting kind of.
Oh, that's nice, man. That's nice.
So, but yeah, it's literally just Betty Crocker pound cakes. nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Otherwise, I would have made something other than that. But
well, you got a hurricane coming.
Yeah.
You would call that a cake, right?
What's that?
You would call that a cake, right? Technically.
Yeah, it's a pound cake. Yeah.
Okay, but what makes it different than a donut?
Nah. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I think it's just like I know you have to be technical with some of the ingredients. So being donut wise,
it's a big donut.
It might just be some of the what flour you use. Because I think some use like cake flour. Some probably use different like use I think butter or like as like a fat. The baking powder or baking soda ratios or I mean something along that kind of. Really, it's all like the same stuff. It's just in different ratios. I think it comes out a lot. The consistency wise comes out different, but I think it's literally like the same stuff if you compare it like a cake to a donut.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The fine tuning the texture and everything.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of it on the level of like, is cereal soup or
no.
No.
That's interesting. That's an interesting conversation. I enjoy pound cake. I enjoy. The other day we went to. Do you guys have Charleston's out there?
No. What?
I don't know what that is.
It's like a steakhouse. So it's and I don't know where. It seems it's a chain. So it's somewhere. It's chained, but because it's definitely not one of them.
If we have that around, it's out in like farm country.
Oh, gotcha.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so this is like I live in Phoenix, so it's like a chain of steakhouses. I had the best carrot cake I have ever eaten in my entire life, and it had like cheesecake frosting.
I do love carrot.
And,
It's been a while.
oh yeah, this one had like raisins and then the carrot cake, and then it was like so soft, and then it had cheesecake frosting, and it was literally the best carrot cake I've ever eaten. I was like, if anything, for a chain steakhouse, that was absolutely amazing.
We do have Miss Kenny in the comments saying pound cake is supposed to have a pound of each ingredient, which I didn't know that actually.
Hence why they called it pancake. Yes, that's good to know.
That's
Interesting.
that makes sense.
That makes sense, but I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, I never. That's legit. I have no idea. I had no idea about
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Then you won't go wrong. You can never, miss the ingredients. It's a pound of everything.
Wait, how many ingredients do you have? Because then we're talking like a 4 or 5 pound cake.
that. Yeah, if you like, that's.
That feels
There's
like
actually something with that. Like, because you have to. What about like the, baking soda or baking powder or something like that? You know what I'm saying? You can't have a pound of that because that's just crazy amount.
No, maybe it's a pound total. Like it weighs a pound if you're to make it.
I don't know.
That's I think you're right because that does sound like a little much, like a pound of eggs, pound of milk.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have to look that up and see if that
we
was.
are going to Google this.
I'll have to look that up later on and find out. it's very interesting. So yeah, with next I'd kind of go with questions of like what do you guys like to kind of eat on the road, whether going to like when you're going on tour or something like that, places that you like to go to, places that you like to kind of crash and like on the road eating kind of stuff. But what's your kind of like go-to stuff?
Well, we're actually doing our first tour in the end of October.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'm flattered that you think we've been on tour. We have not been yet.
Hey, music sounds good, so it does sound good.
Steve and I did the Pickle Fest in Baltimore, so we drove all the way up there, and honestly, we were eating protein bars the whole way there. And then as soon as we got there, we went to this restaurant called Sip and Bite, which was on diners, drive-ins, and dives. And I had like some of the best breakfast I've had in a long time. Like pancakes, eggs, bacon, like so good.
I have been enjoying a lot of like festival food, I guess. Like kind of like fair food. I don't know, just doing events like that. I always love a bloomin' onion. If I can ever get that, I'm gonna get that for sure. But like restaurants and places, on the go, I'm at Wawa a lot because it's delicious and very convenient. But if I'm like, I don't know, if we're going out to eat almost anywhere, I'm gonna try to get breakfast. Like I will always go to a diner if that is the choice and get 2 eggs with sausage and or bacon, hash browns, rye toast, coffee. Perfectly. Over easy eggs.
There you go.
But sunny side up, I still do them, but some places won't.
I still gotta have that runny part of it. Yeah, I still gotta have that yolk.
Runny part of the egg.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I had. What was phenomenal at the Pickle Festival this weekend. I had Oreo funnel cake, and it was just like the funnel cake's hot. The Oreos melting into it.
I had like Oreo crumble on it.
Yeah, Oreo crumble all over it because it's just oh god. I might change my dessert for that.
There you go. Oh my god, that sounds so good.
That reminds me, I had a fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich at the Bloomsburg Fair, and that was amazing. I was hoping it was going to be like a big, full, like whole sandwich, but I think they just were frying Uncrustables.
Probably. Probably.
But it was so good. Hot peanut butter. Hot melty peanut butter.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with just hot peanut butter. Like
just take a slice of bread, put a bunch of peanut butter on it, a little too much, and put it in the toaster oven, and you got yourself a snack.
That is where you and I disagree, but to each their own.
Yeah, this guy doesn't like hot peanut butter.
Honestly, the smell of hot peanut butter drives me crazy. I don't know why. It just bothers me.
So like regular peanut butter is fine if it's heated up.
Peanut butter out of the jar, but hot peanut butter, the smell like kills me. I don't know what it is.
Speaking of that, it's funny because so my mom's right here, so she watches like a lot of like cooking stuff on like YouTube and stuff like that. So she found this sandwich that it was from Vern Troyer, like the mini me on Austin Powers. And he does like a lot of cooking stuff, whatever. And she's looking at me right now, so I'm like laughing. She was because talking about peanut butter. So she had this, and she calls it like a Vern Troyer sandwich. It's literally bread. It's like a toasted bread, peanut butter, and over easy egg on it, and jelly. Like almost like you're having a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but like an open face kind of peanut butter jelly on top, and then top it with an egg.
We got to try that. That sounds great.
It actually does sound really great.
So she had to make sure she's right there across from me. She's like, "Tell me about the peanut butter jelly."
There you go.
They monster on that.
Yep. So yeah, I'll try that out and let me know how you think. So I'll give her the feedback.
I will. Yeah. Change my life.
Here's what I'm going to say is that pickle hot sauce. So you put it on your wings. Tell me about what the flavors were on this thing. They look good. That looks really good.
Oh yeah. No, we'll dive into that. So with the band, they also have hot sauce and pickles, which is really awesome. I found them through. I think I was looking through a bunch of hot sauce companies, and I think I followed them through just my search through hot sauce. So, and then literally finding the band, and then knowing that they were even part of the company itself was even more funny. And I had to order. I ordered the hot sauce itself right here before I drop it, and you can tell it's like literally almost already gone. Like it's like right here to the label. But these things are and they're simple ingredients. Like it's just jalapeno, Italian long hot peppers, serrano chilies, cucumbers, dill, garlic, salt, pickling spices, and vinegar. Like it's literally how it is. And this is the mild version. And then I have like the spicy pickles, which I mean I can put those on sandwiches, hot dog, hamburgers and whatnot. Those are really good as well. Got a nice little kick to it. But I put this on like a hot sauce. I put like on sandwiches, anything I can eat it with. Wings, those were amazing. Like crushed them. Like I didn't even need like they said these are just a mild, like hardly any heat at all. So a really good flavor throughout everything.
How did you guys get into that? How did you guys get into this? I mean, that's pretty amazing. You guys have amazing band, and then you guys do this on as a side thing, right?
Well, I came up with a band name People Food, and we just.
Which hold on, talk a little bit about how you came up with the name first. I like to talk a little bit. If it's an interesting name from a band that we have on,
Okay,
I want to
so
talk a little bit how
I came up with
Here we go.
the band name People Food. I was just I was thinking of like, wouldn't it be great if we didn't have to think of too hard about what we ate, if we could just have like a people kibble, like dog food, but people food. And then it just kind of
worked out.
I started saying it to Steve, and Steve was like, "Chris, you're a genius. That's a great idea."
Yeah, Steve really loved it and would just not like stop thanking Chris for coming up with that name for like a month, which was really funny. But and I don't know. Yeah, I guess we it just felt right. It just like felt like I don't know. One, we all just do like food a lot, but it's also like food for your spirit. You know what I mean?
True.
It's almost like people food is supposed to be like dog kibble for your ears.
There you go. I was going a completely different route with that one.
That's the other thing too. A lot of different people come up to us and they have like a different interpretation of it. And every time I hear a new one, I'm like, I love that. Yes, that's correct. It's all correct. Whatever your interpretation.
It's however you feel. It's your interpretation of it.
Wait, what was your like direction?
I had this whole cannibalism thing. I was like, hey, it's people food.
You went the dark way.
Native people.
The dark way.
Cannibalism. I think somebody brought up and I felt this too, that it kind of reminds you of like Soylent Green.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The food is the people. Food is the people.
Made
the
for
people is the food.
By people, from people.
That's right.
That's our campaign slogan for when People Food runs for president.
There you go. But like the artwork on it, awesome. Even your guys' artwork with your album is awesome. Like the animals playing the instruments and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. Just the whole like was it like first impression that you kind of when you look at your stuff before you even listen to the music, you get that first impression from the music. I mean, from looking at the cover photo, and then even like you guys is like, because they have. If you check out their skits, check out their Instagram, check out their skits. They do funny skits. Like they almost remind me of. You ever heard of like Psycho Stick?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
They remind me of Psycho Stick, but I mean without the vocals, but like. That's what just to remind me of like the character and stuff like that is just it's funny. It adds an extra element to like what you're watching. The music wise adds extra element to your comedic route as well. Like it shows character.
Didn't Matt meet them?
No, I met them just recently at Too Many Games in Oaks, PA. They were just playing a show there and they were selling all their merch, so I bought a couple t-shirts from them and I hung out with them for a couple minutes and they're all really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we saw them live like I don't even know 6 years ago, 4, 5, 6.
One of the best shows I've ever seen. They're so impressive.
That was
I know, like during COVID, when COVID happened, they were doing like live shows on YouTube. Like they were doing free live shows on YouTube and stuff. I would always be on top of that every Wednesday.
That is cool. That is cool.
So yeah,
There's so many people that got cut down during COVID, so I'm glad that so many bands were able to do something and keep going.
So we actually during COVID we started doing the People Food Pickle Monster variety hours, where I don't know if you've like really delved into the YouTube channel, but there's like hour-long specials that we've done. Just because we couldn't play shows or anything, so we would do like a set of us playing, and then we'd do some comedy skits in between, and then we'd have other bands on. They would film their set, and it would just it was our way of playing shows during COVID because we were really starting to get some momentum, and then the world shut down. So we had to keep busy.
Yeah, and it was a really great way too to just like talk to and keep networking and meeting other bands. And we even had we had somebody juggle. We had somebody do like a kind of like cooking segment thing where they showed you how to make sourdough bread.
It was a sourdough starter, yeah.
Yeah. I did like a plant care thing. Our friend, I don't have that here, but did like a painting. It was cool. We tried to make it really like a variety hour. And yeah, that was how we started doing the skits. Is we would just film silly little things in between all of them. I kind of wish the format we had for the first one was like the band Science Penguin was about to come up. So it was like I was like a nature looker guy, and Steve was the Science Penguin, or you?
I don't even remember.
I don't even remember. But one of them was dressed up like as a penguin in a lab coat. It sounds really stupid, but it was fun.
It's cool.
And I loved that like everything had to be a pun on the band, but we didn't sing it. It was nice to have it more free flowing, but those were good times.
I think a lot of bands should do those skit kind of things. It just like I said, adds extra character to like the band itself. You know what I'm saying? It shows like their personality, and it's when you watch them, they're funny as hell. Like I said, that's how it reminds me of Psycho Stick, and like just say your guys is like the artwork and the skits and how you guys are playing. And then you go have like a vocalist, but it's like you don't really need a vocalist. Like it's super enjoyable, and like with this this EP is really good. Like I had it like on loop pretty much most of the week. Even today,
yeah,
I had it
me
on full
too.
loop. Yeah,
it's really good.
So how'd you guys kind of to start with like first how'd you guys meet and like to kind of get the band started a little bit, and then kind of like the start. We know the band name, how the band name got started. Talk about how you guys like met and kind of how you guys like formed together, and kind of go into what made you kind of just be instrumentalist and kind of go without a vocalist.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
So, well, me and Chris, I'll start. Me and Chris met initially in like middle school. We've been friends pretty much ever since then. He went to a different high school, but then there was a day he like got off the bus because he saw me and my friend. So then he started hanging out with me and my friend Kyle, and we were just our own little scene for a while. It felt like those were good times. I don't know how else to describe it.
And then in high school, I met Steve, and we had all gone to the same high school, but I ended up actually being in another band with Steve, like when we were like 18.
I was never close with Steve in high school, but I like always thought he looked cool and wanted to hang out with him, but like didn't. I was jealous of him.
And Nick actually ended up being the bass player in that band in the very end of the band. But
I got to go down with the ship.
Yeah, he played our last show with us.
Nice.
But some time went by, and we actually like ended up getting together and all playing D&D together.
Okay.
And then after one of the sessions, Steve just asked me and Nick to jam.
What it really was all three of us were at like terrible jobs that we hated. We weren't playing music. We didn't feel like inspired. and honestly didn't really even have an idea of like a direction of where to go in life. Like I had no like long-term career. Well, I guess Steve kind of had a career path being a teacher and a degree, but he wants to be a rock star. Let's be real. We are not cubicle people.
Right.
We don't have the discipline. But so yeah, Steve was kind of just asked if we wanted to jam and maybe start doing something. And we had a friend Jesse, or no, we had a friend Kyle who played a keyboard during the first session. But we were like, I don't really know if that's the vibe. So then the next like few times we got together was just the three of us, and it really just like clicked immediately. It felt like a lot of people's favorite song of ours is the first one we ever wrote in those like first couple weeks, Wood Portal.
Yeah, it's really crazy still, like, even at this point, playing Wood Portal, because, you know, we wrote that song in one of our first get-togethers ever, and it's just crazy to look back like that.
Yeah.
You know, having spent all this time recording it, and
Well, okay, so eventually, you know, we're doing that for, I guess, like a year or something. And Steve had the idea of us making a hot sauce, really just to have, like, for our merch table, to have, like, something cool and different. And it kind of just came out so good that we were like, oh, well, we can make a little business out of this. And really the hope became that we might be able to make enough money selling hot sauce and pickles to just kind of fund the band and our lives so that we can really not have to be financially dependent like on the music and not have to be worried about like making money from the music, so that we can really just do whatever we want and not want to. And hopefully we're doing it selling pickles and not wanting to kill ourselves working 9 to 5 desk jobs.
It seems like you have a good following. Like you have like a good fan base as well with your products, because I mean I know when you said you guys were just at the Pickle Fest, right? And I know it got rained out, but you guys were just popping out hot sauce. And people were buying the hell out of it. It seemed because you guys were going through cases of it.
yeah, they actually, it started raining really bad at one point on the second day, and they made us pull our tent all the way down.
Yeah.
We were like, fuck that. So we were leaning out, yelling at people that were walking by. You know, there are like people like standing in the awning behind us because there's like a building overhang.
Right.
And so we're running out giving them samples. We're like, here, try this. It's going to be your new favorite. Just because, like, you know, we can't sit still. We have a hard time sitting still.
But not
So-
even just I can sit still pretty easy.
I can,
But no, but you have to. Like,
Yeah.
you would be amazed by how often somebody like walks up to our table when we're selling, you know, Pickle Monster, looks at what we have, probably can see that we have hot sauce and pickles, and essentially goes like, maybe, interesting, whatever, and just will go to walk away. But if you say like, really, if you say anything, but if you're just portraying like, I'm really excited about this thing and you'll love it, come on, then you know, people will come back, and people will buy stuff where they definitely would have just looked at you and kept walking.
Right.
Steve, we're screaming at people across the way, telling them, come on, come over, come hang out with us. We'll give you free pickle samples. Just come up to us. We don't even have to buy anything. We'll be over here.
I saw the video too, where she's like, "Come on, guys, go!" He's telling the prices like, "To buy this 2 for this and 2 for this and buy a variety, whatever." Like still pop out, that's awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Making
still getting that.
the whole time.
Yeah, just be like a spectacle and entertaining for a little bit, and people will just get like so roped into it that before they know it, they're like trying samples and walking away with pickles and hot sauce. And we're not trying to like be shysters and con anybody, you know, but you gotta make the sale, you know.
Oh yeah, and that's cool. Like that, like I said, you found something to sell to help fund your guys' music as well. You know what I'm saying? So you guys you have a little side project where you can kind of still use that to build whatever you need for music wise, for band wise, for however you guys, wherever you guys record time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you can use that to help fund your project, whatever project you need. So
Well, specifically, it's going to help fund our tour at the end of October.
nice.
Where are you guys touring? That's a good question.
We're going to be in. I should really know the venues. We're going to be in New Brunswick. We're going to be in Baltimore, and we're going to be in New York.
That's freaking awesome, guys.
Nice.
That's
Thanks.
awesome.
So if you're in any of those cities at the end of October, go find our Instagram page and look at where we're going to play.
Yeah, people food, everybody. People food. Yeah, so I'm going to dive into your music. I love it. I'm a big guitarist, so I play guitar. So I, of course, immediately gravitated towards the guitars and absolutely was a big fan. And then, that little snippet of Alan Watts, of course, that's kind of like, that caught me. I was like, they're into that area too. So cool. I was trying to figure out, like, what are they playing? What are they playing on? Because it was metal guitar. And I just absolutely love it. So talk about your rig a little bit.
I wish I could tell you anything about Steve's rig, but he is not here right now.
He's not here, so he's the guitarist. Okay, gotcha.
I know a little bit of his rig. He has like a Fender Twin that he plays through. It's like a 93 or something like that.
Got some knobs.
Some knobs.
I think most of Steve's sound is really like the Holy Grail chorus pedal and the Digitech whammy pedal.
Oh, there you go.
He just likes to, like, we're holding down the rhythm and he's just making noise over it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just making wacky sounds and
as we joke sometimes that we kind of just like when he's like squealing like a pig while we're like playing the song.
Yeah.
That's what I was really but I also like what you guys are doing in the back. So great bass, great percussion or drums, however you want to call it. But I absolutely really enjoyed that piece. It's great stuff. Now, what is the bassist playing? Because I always got to go bassist. Got to throw the bass some love. My son's a bassist, so
I play the most cheap Tobias 4-string bass. But the thing is, I love the way it sounds.
that's what matters.
For some reason, is the right amount of warm, bright. Some of this EP is also recorded on like I can't remember what it is, but it's like a Jackson bass. So I use that for like some of the really bright tones. I try to like mix them a bit. But what else do I use? I use a Big Muff pedal.
That's there you go.
Key to my sound. I use a Donner octave pedal for a lot of stuff, and I play like the lower octave. So my bass even has the lower octave on that. And most of the price of my board is like my Ocean's 11 pedal.
Is that the one that makes the string sound?
Yeah, it's got the shimmer effect.
Oh, nice.
Like orchestral strings or what you're
Yeah,
playing.
so on the second and the fourth track, you hear that a lot, where like the bass has like this like eerie shimmer sound to it.
It almost sounds synth, like it's a synth or something. Yeah.
I know. It really almost sounds like it, but it is just that pedal, which is really cool. I highly recommend it.
Right on. And then, of course, the percussion has a lot of great stuff going on for it. So drums, let's talk about drums.
Well, thank you.
Are we?
I gotta say I'm not really a gearhead, but my kit is a Pearl Export Series, which was given to me for free by a very nice old lady.
There you go.
His friend Austin worked for like a moving company. Oh no, we're going to go with a moving company because that sounds a lot better than the actual story about the hospice care. But so that's where I got the drum set. And I just have mostly like Zildjian S series cymbals.
Okay. Standard. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I have a really big, dark, Byzance ride that a friend of ours, Merritt, from the band Rally Point, they're really great. Check them out. I made a bunch of their T-shirts, like printed out, did all like vinyl T-shirts, and that was big symbol was kind of most of my payment for making like 75 T-shirts. But my goal is to get an absurd amount of toms because I want to be able to like harmonize and play melodies with the music and like with everything else that's going on. So catch me in a few years with just insane, unnecessarily large tom racks.
You have the meal cart set up.
Yeah.
He's going to be like the marching band. Yeah. I love it, man. That's cool. Well, thank you. That's cool. And now, I mean, I just really good stuff. What did you think, James? I know you've listened to it.
Oh yeah,
probably more than I
it's
did.
super enjoyable. I had that. Like I said, I had it on loop pretty much. I think like the last week and a half. I think before we started I started listening to a little bit of each band that we had on, or we were gonna have on like for the month. And getting to your band this week, I had it literally on loop pretty much. Like I said, at work. Even today, I was listening to it all day. Even though it's like 20, 25 minutes or something like that, I literally just had it going most of the day. But yeah, I thought really enjoyable. What I thought was really cool is you guys are like talk about like the color coordination, like because you guys have the orange and the green, and then Steve has the purple. So talk about like a little bit about that. Even like the hats match and the hair to match. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool.
My wall colors. I got it.
Yeah, I have a green,
Yeah.
orange, and purple stripe on my wall that we all did when we moved into this house. God, I almost don't even remember where it started, but I definitely,
We knew we needed a shtick or like a gimmick or something, like not like what's gonna get them colors, but like
we really want that somebody to see green, orange, and purple together and go, oh, that's people food, and so. Anytime I see those three colors together, I'll take a picture of it.
I have a lot of pictures on my phone of just three random things that
I saw like the monsters. All like three of the monsters were lined up.
Exactly. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that's us. We are these three colors. And so, we'll go to shows, other band shows like dressed like this, and they're like, hey, that's people food, like it's just like.
Yeah, I guess it just kind of sounded cool. It was like, all right, that'll give us a lot to do like aesthetically. But then we just realized it had so many like practical, like that. Like it makes it very easy for people to know who you are, even if you're like going to like other shows that you're not playing just to like network and all.
Right.
It has been great for that. Yeah.
But here's the thing, and this is the one thing that I remember talking to, I think it was Gary from he was a part of a band, and he's like, hey, you guys play really well, but you aren't a band. You're like 5 people standing up there, where what you guys are doing is a band. Distinctive, this is our band, this is our look.
Right.
And that is something that is next level for people who don't understand what, oh yeah, we're a band. You guys play together, yes, but you guys are a band. You guys have a look, a feel about you that is people food.
That's the thing.
And like, right?
The Beatles, they had a look, they had haircuts, they had suits. Sometimes you go to a show and you hear a band that's really good, but someone's wearing a dress shirt, someone's wearing a sports jacket, someone's wearing a wife beater. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of. Right. When everybody kind of has the same thing, every time I'm like just so drawn in by a band, they all have a matching vibe.
Right.
They're all,
really.
It's part of the performance is being a spectacle to a degree,
Sure.
And that's kind of what I look at. Yeah.
And it's just like a huge irrational pet peeve of mine is when you have like 3 members that like maybe they all look like they were like, all right, we're gonna kind of dress nice like this, and then you have just like a guy in a football jersey. Nothing against sports. Nothing against. I don't know.
No, well, but if you were all to dress like in sports gear, your favorite sports team, and wear football, then you guys all match. But the guy that's like, hey, we're gonna all look nice, and then the lead singer is coming out looking, and I can think of some new metal bands that do a lot of that, or 90s bands that pulled that.
Sometimes it feels just lazy, like they didn't care what they were wearing on stage, and it's like, all right, well then I guess I'm not gonna have fun looking at you.
Right. Well, you think of the Masters, which is Kiss.
Right.
Kiss they all had distinct looks, but they still were a band. And when you talk about amazing shows, they not only had themselves, but they had the whole the lights and all of the stuff that went with it, the pyrotechnic stuff, and that's what made them distinct. They're not a great band. They're not very. They're not good.
Yeah,
especially their early stuff was not good.
No, I agree. They're not like an objectively great band.
But they got better musically. They got better over time. Like there's still songs everybody loves, but when you look, they were pumping out an album every 6 months there in the early 70s or mid 70s. But what my mom said was this. Just like Pink Floyd, their shows were amazing because of what they were doing with the show itself. And I think that it starts with the look. So that's my point. I think you guys have a vibe going for you that's really cool.
Another thing is that, we're an instrumental band. And, I feel like a lot of people, maybe the people that aren't musicians are going to a show and they're paying attention to the lead singer, maybe like what the vocals are doing or what the lyrics are to the songs. But we're instrumental, so we have to be entertaining to look at as well as listen to. So we're doing skits and goofs and gaffes while we're on stage. There's a part in one song where I'll juggle while Steve does a solo. Like
there's a part in the song where Harry and Steve play rock paper scissors because they're both kind of
we're both like playing a riff on the left and we're doing rock paper scissors. And then we yell at each other because the other one won or something,
It's where I stop the song and yell at Steve for playing jazz wrong, and then we play it right, but you gotta hear.
Yeah. So I, being a good time to experience more than just listen to, I think is really important to me. I feel like to all of us, really.
I mean, the visual aspect, like looking at the stage and the band, is half of the experience you're having. At least, you're using your eyes and your ears, and you don't want to neglect how much the look of everything like really draws you in.
So this is another question I had. Why instrumental?
Because we didn't want
to.
Why metal?
Well, I think the heavier stuff really comes from a lot of our influences. We've all always been into really heavy music.
Oh, that was one thing I wanted to say was one of my favorite, or my favorite band maybe for a long time was Judas Priest. And when I think of like a Judas Priest show, like fucking Rob Halford comes out on a motorcycle, and it just like the whole thing looks great. Like it looks like Judas Priest, and that's always been in my head like what a show should kind of be. So with our very limited like resources and what we have, we're trying to do that.
Awesome.
Make it look like a people food show.
That's awesome.
Heavy bands are a big influence.
Yeah, and we're also into a lot of other like wacky music too. That has just, I don't know, it's just like, I mean, I feel like would you say they're still your favorite band, Flaming Lips?
Yeah, they've been my favorite band for a while. They are not a heavy band, but I definitely just love, like, I don't know, they're so fantastical and everything is so either happy or some very intense emotion.
To answer why instrumental, when we first started, we were going to do like an Alice in Chains cover. And then I think Steve was going to sing. And I was just funny. Straight up, I was just like, what if we're just instrumental? And I just don't hear any of us sing. And none of us are good singers, so it's just instrumental.
Yeah,
we always thought if we did do stuff with vocals, that we would get somebody who's a good vocalist to guest, vocalize on one of our tracks.
Yeah, but we never thought of it as like, honestly, we never even considered or had the thought of like adding another member or to like try to add a singer or something. It was just something that felt so right about the three of us specifically working together that we were like, all right, we got to figure out what we can do here. And it felt like to play to best to our strengths, it just made sense to be instrumental.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds really good.
Yeah, I love it. It's good, and it's
You guys, like I
and it's
said, you
one of
guys
those
add, you guys add like a factor. Like, you know what I'm saying, you guys add an extra, like with everything you guys do, like with your skits, with your comedic kind of thing. You add extra elements to your performances and stuff like that, like you're juggling or you're playing rock. I don't think I've ever seen that like on a show like at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen quite a bit of shows. I mean, I've seen like Guar is like another one they can talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, that are fundamentally like together, you know what I'm saying, that have like that. You see them all dressed up and stuff like that. So, but they put on like a performance, you know what I'm saying, even though they're like they have a vocalist or whatever. You guys I don't think you guys need one as well. I mean, it'd be cool to get like feature like a song, maybe like one song, have like a guest vocalist or something like that, to see how that would play. But you guys do a great job, and like even adding those extra elements, and you kind of keep it like a surprise. What are they going to do next, or what are they going to do on stage, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They add just that extra surprise, and you know.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's. I don't know. That has just always been a big focus of like. I'm trying to figure out how to tie two things in, because we really want to encourage people to quit their jobs, but we really just want to provide that like escape and entertainment, so that you can just kind of forget about the world for a second and enjoy some music. And
Right.
so I don't know. That has always just been it really important to us, is that it has to be as entertaining as possible, because it's, I don't know, there's just so much more you can do than go up and play the song. You know what I mean?
That's cool though. But that's entertainment. You guys have that fact. You guys have figured that out, that people come for the entertainment. They're wanting to be entertained, and that means all of the stuff, right? All of the stuff helps entertain people. It's not just knowing your music well and playing. You know, we all really worked on the craft of making good music, but then entertainment is another level, and you guys start having that with what you guys are doing on stage. And that's memorable for people to come back to. Just like what you're talking about with your hot sauce. Hey, try my hot sauce. I mean, here's a free sample. You guys will come back. And they do, because it's good. And people would never think that pickle and hot sauce would ever go together. But yeah, there you go.
I was going to say, it's kind of like with Pickle Monster, where like, you know, at a show, maybe somebody isn't particularly into that kind of music or doesn't particularly love our songs otherwise, but you know, sometimes everything else being very entertaining, hopefully liking us as people, can kind of just draw you in the same way that, like, I swear sometimes we sell pickles to people who do not like pickles and are not going to eat them, but they damn it, we sold it to them, and they help us out.
Well, they bought into the brand. They bought into the brand of who you guys are. Yeah,
really. You know, all you really ever have to offer is yourself, is your being.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
For sure.
Very true. Well, we got 4 minutes left before the big bass concert for Mr. Caden Peters, who is waiting and tuning. I just saw them move from one instrument area to another. So,
but I think we got like 4
ahead,
people.
James, you got last.
Yeah, there's 4 people in the chat right now. I'm actually gonna do a giveaway.
There you go.
You know, it can be like a choice between a jar of pickles, or you want a bottle of hot sauce. You guys pick whatever one you want. And so whoever's in here. Okay, so I talked a little bit about the color coordination kind of thing. It's an easy question. Talk about color coordination. Nick is orange. You got Chris being green. What color is Steve? So answer that. First person to answer that.
Oh.
And he's actually said it, so he's actually told us what color he was in this interview.
No, I wasn't playing.
I didn't even.
Oh, Russ is guessing black. No, it's a color. I mean, black is a color, but it's
It's a colorful color.
it's a colorful color. It's
It's
not blue. It's not yellow.
It's not a primary color because you've already
It's
got
a mix. It's a mix.
Who's got it? Come on.
Who's got it? We got 5 people in there. Like,
Yes,
hey, I
yes,
heard
the
this. I heard
color.
about this pickle stuff. I heard about
Not
this
red.
pickle monster.
Oh,
Hey,
there we
Kimmy,
go.
You
Kimmy
got it.
Great.
Hey,
Look at
Good job, Kimmy.
that. The purpley.
Yes, purple. Steve is purple.
So yeah, get with me and I
awesome.
will send you a bottle of whatever you want, jar pickles or a bottle of hot sauce.
And we, as always, appreciate. And you know what? I have to say this: that now that I saw the T-shirts roll in, I still owe Ellie a T-shirt. So just to let you guys know, I remember you, Ellie. I remember you. I just I've been so busy, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, congratulations, Kimmy. That's I don't think I've seen Kimmy in here before. So very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned her a few times. Once
Have
I
you?
think she was an inspiration of one of the ideas I got from a dessert I did. So
Nice.
yeah.
Cool. Right on,
Keep
Kimmy.
jumping
Right
on,
on, Kimmy. And you got some pickle monster.
Yep.
So
Pickle
very good. From the people food folks.
Yes.
That's even better. I do like the fact that it was people food, like dog food, like people food, not like people are food.
Cannibalism.
Not people food. People
we're not
are
that
food.
angry of a band.
So as I disappear into the ether of orchestra land, any last words, guys?
Please follow us on Instagram, People Food Band. Please follow Pickle Monster Hot Sauce, and stream us on Spotify.
You can order your own Pickle Monster from picklemonsterhotsauce.com, and it'll be shipped personally, directly from us to you. And life is a game. Play it however you want. There's not as many rules as you think, and if you just start doing stuff, it'll probably work. So do it. Just go do it. Just
do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it.
These guys are crushing it. They got music, they got hot sauce, they got pickles. I mean, if you're in the Pennsylvania area or any surrounding area, they said stay on their social medias. If you're in the area that they're touring in, go check them out.
That's right.
I'm so down to meet and talk to people, so feel free to just shoot us a message, and you can ask us anything. We're here.
Right on. Thank you guys so much. This was fun. This was different. I'm rolling around in my car trying to get my kids to orchestra, but I want to make sure that this show went happy again because I was loving people food. So I'm like, hey, there's no canceling people food. So because I'm afraid to not get them back. So thank you guys for coming in again. Amazing band. Go check them out on the YouTube's, Instas. You can go find them on the app, on this anything that streams. So I caught them on Apple Music.
Yep. Spotify or YouTube as well. Spotify is a lot easier.
All of that stuff. Yeah, and go check out. They definitely have a YouTube channel where you can go get some more entertainment. So yeah, like they said, they had some stuff out there, some videos that are really cool. So go check them out.
You'll be entertained. You'll be entertained
for sure. That's what we're all about here.
The Variety Hours.
So
watch them. That is also People Food Band on YouTube.
There you go. Right on. Thanks, guys. And James, what do you got?
Stay tasty, everybody. And we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for coming.
See you guys.